Dear students, now we will do the nature of matter. So, what is matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. Anything which is around us, you can say mobile, laptop, TV, anything which is water, milk, anything around us is the matter. So, matter can be classified into various ways. So, first of all, we will see how matter we can classify. So, first of all, matter can be classified on the physical classification way and on the chemical classification way. And under the physical classification, matter can be classified into liquid, solid and gases. In the chemical classification, the matter can be classified into pure substances and mixture. In the pure substances, the matter can be elemental form or in the compound state. In the elemental form, matter can be metal, can be non-metal, can be metalloids, and in the compounds, the compound can be inorganic and or organic compound. So, in the mixture can be homogeneous and can be heterogeneous. So, these are the various ways how we can classify the matter, and now we will take all these definitions one by one. So, just now we have studied that matter can be classified in two ways, that is physical classification of matter and the chemical classification of matter. In the physical classification of matter, it is divided into solid, liquid and gas. What solids are? The solid is a state which has a definite shape and definite volume. Thus solids are generally hard and rigid. For example, wood, table, copper, rod, salt, etc. The liquid state, a liquid has a definite volume but not definite shape. For example, if we'll take the 1 liter of any liquid, then the volume will remain same, because 1 liter of a liquid will remain 1 liter of liquid. But if I'll put that liquid into a round shaped container, it will contain a round shape. If I'll put that liquid into a square shaped container, it will take a square shape. So shape does not remain same in the liquids, but the volume remains same. And the examples are water, milk, oil. What are gaseous states? A gas neither possesses a definite volume nor a definite shape. It occupies the whole of the volume of the vessel in which it is placed. And the examples are air, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. So these are the physical classification of matter. Under the chemical classification of matter, as we have studied, these are of two types, pure substances and mixtures. What are pure substances? Pure substances consist of a single type of particles. All the constituent particles of a pure substance are same in their chemical nature. For example, copper, silver, gold, water, etc. And these pure compounds, there are further of two types, elements and the compounds. What are elements? The simplest form of a pure substance which can neither be decomposed into nor built from simpler substances by ordinary physical or chemical methods. These are called as elements. So elements, for example, aluminium, iron, calcium, sodium, in the elemental form, these are in the pure state and called as the elements. These elements further are of three types, as we know: metals, non-metals and metalloids. What metals are? These elements are generally solids and possess characteristics such as bright luster, hardness and ability to conduct electricity and heat. The examples are, copper, gold, silver, iron, etc. So the next is the non-metals. These elements are generally non-lustrous, brittle and poor conductors of heat and electricity. And the common examples of non-metals are hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Then comes the metalloids. These are the elements which have characteristics common to both metals and non-metals. And the common examples are silicon, bismuth, antimony, etc. Then comes the compounds. And what the compounds are? A pure substance containing two or more than two elements combined together in a definite proportion by mass, and which can be decomposed into constituent elements by suitable chemical methods. For example, in water, the hydrogen and oxygen are in the ratio of 1:8 by mass, because in a compound the elements are always in the definite proportion by weight. Because in H2O, as the formula is H2O, has the atomic mass 1, so 2H becomes 2 equal to 2, and oxygen has a mass number of 16. So in the H2O the mass ratio is 2:16, and that will become 1:8. So that's why we have said, we can say that in the water the hydrogen and oxygen are in the 1:8 ratio by mass. So these are the compounds. Now these compounds are of two types: inorganic compounds and organic compounds. What are inorganic compounds? These are the compounds which are obtained from non-living sources such as rocks, minerals, etc. And the organic compounds are those which are obtained from living organisms such as plants and animals. For example, carbohydrates, oils, fats, waxes, etc. Then comes the mixtures. What are the mixtures? A combination of two or more elements or compounds in any proportion so that the compound do not lose their identity. For example, you have two compounds A and B, and in first mixture you put 50% of A and 50% of B, it is a mixture. In the second you put 70% of A and 30% of B, even that is a mixture, but have the different proportions. So this is the meaning of the mixture. Now mixtures are again of two types: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. What are homogeneous mixtures? A mixture is said to be homogeneous if it has a uniform composition throughout. Some examples are gasoline, seawater, brass, etc. Again, air is a very good example of homogeneous mixture because it has a mixture of so many gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. But the composition of air remains same throughout. So this is the example of the homogeneous mixture. Then comes the heterogeneous mixtures. What are these? A mixture is said to be heterogeneous if its composition is not uniform throughout. For example, a mixture of iron fillings, common salt and sulfur gives a heterogeneous mixture in which the components can be seen lying side by side very easily.